Reorienting ourselves. Look, I've been around enough to know that if you're like a lot of people, the talk of innovation driven by love sounds idealist and naive. And you're like, okay, yeah, I get it. This is one of these people who doesn't know how markets work. Wrong. I understand this, but I also understand that this is mistaken. And not only is it mistaken, ironically, it's a fairly conventional way of thinking, and that it lets other ends go unchallenged. Love, after all, is the innovation that we're seeking. And it's not only is it conventional, it's also harmful because it allows us to deploy the enormous amount of intellectual, financial, relational, and technological capital at our disposal without ever having to be encumbered by the well-being of our neighbors. And you know that is happening all over the world. And so we have to refocus ourselves. We have to reorient ourselves and say, you know what? Maybe we need to think reflectively about the obligations of love and what love requires of us in the innovative space. That will mean for those of you who are innovators, that it is not your ideas but your neighbor's needs that most matter when you go to work. That it is not your ideas but your neighbor's needs that most matter when you go to work. And we have to, in the work that we do, discipline every idea that we have, and we have more than we should. It always has to be disciplined, not by what I'm interested in, but what my neighbor needs. And that means investors, and I know there are investors here. It means that you have to lose the short-term market impact mindset and go for a long-term civic impact mindset. And those of you who are in the social innovation space, I'm not simply arguing for social innovation. I'm actually talking about playing the long game, what we at Thriving Cities call patient capital, a patient use of capital, so that the innovations that we do, we have to take a lot of time, but we can build them and our cities can thrive. And we have case studies about this on our website if you're interested about what this could look like. So innovators and investors, it means reorienting ourselves.